Ciao ragazzi, benvenuti to Inter Worldwide. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. The very handsome man you see next to me. Jono, in a while. Last time you were here, it was all about Simone Inzaghi signing for Inter. You weren't too happy. The time before that, I'm pretty sure, we teamed up round about when we won the game against, I think it was against Cagliari. It was about 3 or 4 games before the season's end. And I just remember we scored a goal with 7 minutes to go. And it was you, me, and Bruno on afterwards. And we knew it was happening. But long time. How you doing, my friend? Welcome back to Inter Worldwide.
I am very good. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me back, Amp. Very glad to be back. Been very busy with the family and all that, and keeping safe and all that type of stuff in these times of gloom, I suppose. But it is what it is, and we move on, and let's go. Happy to be back talking about Inter.
Beauty, absolutely. If you're a part of the first 7 people here, make sure you like the video and let us know where you're coming in from, who's here, what's going on. Harry, what's going on? Ricky Buzz, I have a feeling we'll be seeing you really, really shortly, Ricky Buzz. Jono, plenty of things to discuss today. Absolutely heaps, man, despite the Euros. And we've got to give respect to our boys. They ball out on the Euros, man. We're one of the most watched teams in the world at the Euros at the moment, which is awesome. The first thing we're going to talk about today is Ivan Perisic, which after a COVID case this week has extended his thanks to the Inter fans. Latest rumors have come up about him moving to Tottenham Hotspur. Not 100% sure I'm believing these ones here, because he's the type of player that Jose Mourinho has wanted at Manchester United and Tottenham. I just don't see them going for him now. Although for a club like Tottenham, a fee like 12 or 15 million for a player like Perisic might actually seem like peanuts. Where do you stand on this one, G?
So I saw that rumor today. I think I might have sent that to our chat to have a bit of a discussion. So what I saw is that obviously when Mourinho was there, he put an interest in for last January. Sorry, the transfer before he went to Bayern. Obviously that didn't happen. He went to Bayern, won the treble and so forth. Before our season started this year, when he come back just straight from Bayern. Look, the reason why they're somewhat interested is because there's rumors that obviously Kane's on the way out and they're going to get a big sum for him. Now, what they're saying is we're looking at maybe 10 to 12, up maximum would be 15, but I don't see us getting much more than 12 for him if that was the case. Now, after the Hakimi deal, we are still in a bit of position that we need to raise a bit more capital. So that being the case, Perisic has got 12 months left on his contract, expires June 2022. And he's probably one of the, he's had a great Euro, scored a couple of goals, and he's done very well for us this year as well, coming back from Bayern after the treble. So it's he's one of those guys that, okay, he's at the end of his contract. Do we sign him? He's on about, from what I saw, about 5 mil with us in wages, I think it is. Maybe even just a touch less. So Tottenham are looking, he's done everything. He's literally done everything that he can. He's won the title with us. He won the treble with Bayern. We might be looking to capitalize, and he might be looking for a bit of a paycheck. And if Tottenham are the team that can provide it for him, man, on that left-hand side, he could play as a second striker and all that as well. If Kane does go, and you got Son on the other side as well. So look, could definitely happen, but who knows? It is just a rumor at the moment, so we'll see what happens.
100%. If you're a part of the 11 people here, make sure you let us know who you are, where you're from. Like the video, Steffers back again. Thank you, bro. Perisic should stay. Rather sell Nainggolan, Lazaro, João Mario, and Vidal. I have a feeling all of those names will pretty much eventually go out the door anyway, bro. So we'll see what happens with those players with the dead wood. That's time for another video. But what Jono says makes a good point, and I still think Perisic has a lot to give. I wouldn't be complaining if we did keep him, but in order to raise that quick capital, it might just be that that's the case. If it is the case, Jono, then we're going to have to talk a little bit about the replacements that could come in for him. Is it this man that I'm about to put on screen right now? Is it Hellas Verona's left wing back / owned by us? I think at least by half. I'm not too sure how the technicalities are with this guy. But it's DiMarco, best well known for scoring screamers against us and for scoring goals against us. But to be honest, I was saying all last season, this guy seems ready. He seems like he deserves a chance. He can't be worse than Biraghi or Dalbert, I think. So why not just give the kid a run? What are you saying?
I reckon, look, obviously if Perisic does stay, he'd be our first choice. And once Young's gone, actually Young's now gone to Aston Villa, you'd have to say that DeMarco's the next choice. But if not, the Marco's got to be the first choice, and then we'd need to have a backup for him. So look, he's been killing it for Hellas Verona the last 2 seasons. He's been doing really well. So I think he has earned his right to actually come back, and you know what? To take a quote from Jerry Mancini has said previously, man, Inzaghi, he can mold players, man. He can take players that have got a bit of potential, and he can take them to the next level. He could definitely do the same with DeMarco. So I don't see why that couldn't be the case and go from there. So yeah, I think he definitely deserves a chance at least.
Sounds good, man. Let's go to some of the comments. They're flying in. If you're one of the people here right now, like the video, let us know where you're from. Raj says, hi, guys. Long time since I caught a live stream. Welcome back. Francesco Rosito is back. Hi from London. Normally listening to the podcast, but this time going live. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very, very much. Indra Hari, always here. Rain, hail, or shine, my G. Don't mind Perisic going as long as we get younger replacement. Maybe Cucurella for Getafe. I know his name. Can't tell you I've seen him play more than anything from a couple of highlights that I've seen from La Liga, bro. But don't know if he's going to be cheap. Yeah, Harry says Perisic has a lot to offer and we should keep him. I completely understand. But once again, bro, we're looking to make money quickly. Yeah. And he's only got 12 months left on his contract. It seems like the right decision to make. Tim, what's going on, my brother? Always good to hear from you. Francesco says Perisic is on 5 million per year, which is quite high for a player, and he's going to be 33. Now it's just becoming more and more obvious as I think about it, man. To be honest, that's 5 million saved on wages. I think you're onto something here, John. It's got to happen. But yeah, it better happen quickly, bro. But now that Croatia's out of the Euros, it could happen sooner rather than later.
I think it also has to come down to like his fitness is still up there, but obviously we've got to see how he, end of the day, he's got COVID at the moment, so he's got 2 weeks of nothing happening and all that in the meantime. So we just see what happens and goes from there. But look, if we could keep him, because he's still got a lot of quality. Yes, I think he was born in 89, so he's coming up to what, 32, 33, like it was previously said. Yeah, but 5 mil a year. Like that's high wages, seeing that we need to, slash our wage bill and all that as well. So yeah, definitely an option, and definitely, he's still got value. He's definitely got value again that we can at least get, I'd say, a minimum 10 mil for him. So who knows? Yeah,
I understand, bro. What's up, Jay Spinner from Perth, Australia? My brother down under. Forza Inter, watching in lockdown. Stay safe, G. Next, so in terms of Hakimi and Hakan, I wanted your take because you haven't really been on the channel to give your take since, bro. And I know you've got a fair bit to say about that. We'll start with Hakimi. I know you're a big fan. I know you're a big fan, but where do you stand? Where do you stand on the deal, bro? I think you might even be a bigger fan than I am of him on the channel, bro, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's sad, bro. It's so sad. I can barely watch a highlight of him at the moment or a compilation. I can't. It's like a bad breakup. It's horrible.
It really is. It's one of those things. Look, we've got. When was the last time, other than Mike On, we haven't had anyone in that position since, 2010 days type things from the treble days. And then we had the turmoil that we had in between and all that. But, man, he was an absolute baller for us. But, you're looking at 70 mil, like, what is that? That's got to be a record fee for a right wing back or, a wing back, whatever you want to call it. Like, you're just not. You can't pass up that money. Like, at the end of the day, we bought him 12 months ago for 40. From memory, I think we paid 10 off that. We're looking at 70 with bonuses as long as they all come through. So, we're looking at 30 profit, even though we've paid that extra. But, 40 back in our pocket, you just can't pass that up. Like, especially that we need to raise capital. He was never going to Chelsea. I don't care what anyone says. All those rumors that they were going to offer us Emerson and who was it? The Spanish Alonso? No, was it Alonso?
For Alonso and Emerson Palmieri were the two links to get transferred to us.
No, we needed cash. So I know other rumors and all that were going around that Chelsea were going to make an offer. I think it even came out they have never even submitted a formal offer. So nah. Yeah, look, I'm happy for him, that he's going to Paris, in the sense that, like we were just saying before, man, he can go into any team and he'll be a starter. And hopefully one day he can come back to us. But in the meantime, look, I'm happy for him. He'll go win trophies wherever he goes. But yeah, we're just in that position right now where we need to raise capital. So it is what it is. We're just in that financial situation. So.
Yeah, in terms of financial deals, one thing that was very tactical was Marotta's stroke to bring in Milan number 10, Hakan Çalhanoğlu from our cross-city rivals. A very, very good deal financially, bro. One that makes a lot of sense. You're looking at a $12 to $13 million package over 3 seasons for a player that's played across the city, knows the league very, very well, started for his club and came second last season. It's a no-brainer. It's one of those moves that, like the Juventus and Bayern Munich of 5-10 years ago would make without asking any questions. So I'm happy with it. It'd be nice if the player had a little bit more quality. I think he's about to get a boost and an injection in quality under Inzaghi and for the players in our squad. I've said my thoughts on him a few times. I wanted to hear yours. And we've hit 22 people in here right now, which is awesome. Make sure you like the video. Let us know if you're new here and where you're from. Jono, over to you.
Hakan, look, I was never a big fan of him, to be honest. But in saying that, he performed well in a Milan team and he raised them. But at the end of the day, you can only do as good as what's around you. So him coming to Inter, I expect him to go up to that next level, which he definitely can. We've got the foundation there. Conte's plan has worked wonders for us this year and domestically. So look, Hakan should definitely come up to that next level and raise the bar in regards to the rest of our midfield. It's a clean exchange It's a clean positional change in the sense that obviously we know what's happened with Eriksen. Unfortunately, let's hope he's okay and he comes good for his own sake and health-wise and all that. But we're not going to see him for at least 12 to 18 months, even longer, even if that is he does come back to us. So in the meantime, we needed a suitable replacement. He knows the league. He's been in the league for 4 years, I think it is. Yeah. So he's definitely accustomed to what's happened. Benefit for him. He doesn't even need to leave the city. He can probably stay where he's living and all that. So look, I'm not a fan of him, but end of the day, I can see why we made the move, and let's hope he proves me wrong. And he's an absolute baller for us this season. So yeah.
Fair enough, bro. Well said. I'm optimistic, bro. I'm optimistic. So we'll just have to see that happens. It's one of those things. Let's talk a little bit about renewals, because we had a couple of them over the last 24 hours, just in time for that deadline as well. So I'm really looking forward for these 2 particular renewals. We're talking about Andrea Rannochia and Danilo D'Ambrosio, 2, veterans of the club now. And to be honest, bro, we're going to really need those personalities in the dressing room. These are 2 guys who have just become Interesti through and through at their time here at the club. It's been beautiful to see. And now they're going to have to be the personalities in the dressing room that really carry it forward next season with a change of manager to try and just keep, the core values of the club and the jersey together. What are your thoughts on these 2 boys who, we said for so long in the banter era are 2 players that need to be shown the door because they don't represent the quality and just the way Inter's meant to be. But after doing their time, winning that tangible piece of that trophy of the Scudetto, they deserve it, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Especially obviously Rannochia being with us the longest out of everyone, I'm pretty sure, and going through the whole banter era, being the captain after Zanetti, and it being given to Icardi, then Handanovic. But look, so happy. I'm happy that they're back because Rannochia, when he stepped in for the Vry this season, and he played well. He didn't let us down. There are definitely worse out there, and he did well. He deserved to be on the pitch. D'Ambrosio, he's had so many clutch moments for us over the years, man. So it's, again, like you said, to have those type of personnel in the background, in the sheds and all of that, raising the rest of the profile for the players. Yeah, it just needs to be done. I'm happy to have them, and definitely happy that they've re-signed.
Man, happy to have them, and happy to have my friend Ricky Buzz joining the channel again. Ricky Buzz, how you doing, man? Welcome back to Inter Worldwide.
Yo, what's up, guys? Morning for y'all, or I'm not sure what time it is for y'all. It's 4:45 a.m. here in the U.S.
Yo, respect, man. That's a proper Sydney wake-up time, bro. Now, I don't usually stream at 7:45 at night, but Jono and I just kicking back, man. Do you usually wake up this early?
Oh no, I usually stay up and then go to sleep at like 6 a.m.
Oh damn, it's one of those ones, bro. It's the opposite to us, Jono comes out. Oh, I love it, bro. I love it. Well, Ricky, you've joined halfway through this awesome edition of Inter Worldwide. We've covered a fair bit, but we're on the renewals topic at the moment, bro. So give your thoughts on Danilo D'Ambrosio and Rannochia renewing their contracts, and then we're going to move into another player that's most likely going to renew in the next 18 hours, albeit maybe not to the satisfaction of the fan base.
Oh, wow. I didn't know Rannochia and Dambrosio renewed, but hey, that's good. They've come in handy whenever we've needed them. They haven't really put a foot wrong, and they've put a shift in, especially this season with us going for the domestic league. And the fact that the season prior, whenever we were going into the Europa League and we came second, we had a pretty thin squad. And that pretty much showed, especially during the COVID lockdown break. So to have them come back or to have them renew is pretty good.
Yeah, fair enough. This our dude Raj says, I don't agree about Rannochia. I remember him being a horrible player whenever called upon just because of his low media presence, and 2 games a season, his image has been whitewashed. You got to remember, for a large period of time in his career, he was not playing with a defensive stable side at all. We were trying to ask him to be a really, really classy centre-back in a side that had some absolutely horrible anchors defending the side. So I'm ready to give him the benefit of the doubt. And once again, you need these players in the dressing room. You can ask any of the Inter players in the squad, and they'll tell you this next person we're about to talk about is a huge presence in the dressing room. I don't know how. He's only been at the club for a year. He's barely played any minutes. Apparently, Kolarov's the shit. And if you watch him closely on the sideline throughout last season under Conte, he's raging it, bro, like a true Balkan in his Inter gear, in his tracksuit. He's only missing the white dirty singlet cuz and a cigar, Jono, bro. Honestly, man. But Kolarov looks like he's going to renew for another season. He's taking a 50% pay cut, which means he's only going to cost 1.5 million for an extension. I just don't think he's at the point anymore that he actually has the legs. We saw him struggle against teams like Benevento last season. Jono, give us a minute to give us your take on Kolarov renewing, bro.
The only thing I can think of why we would be offering him a renewal is that, okay, he's with us, so it's an option. It's a cheap option. We're not spending any money to get someone else, whatever. He can cover that, as much as we hate to admit it. He was bought for the fact that he can cover that left centre back role and also that left wing back role. Now, in saying that, is he going to somewhat be a replacement or a substitute for Bastoni on the left centre back, or is he even going to be pushing up a bit further on the left wing back? We don't know, but obviously the club sees something in him and wants him around for some reason, even if it is for just that grinta in the dressing room or something. That he must be offering something to the players. Otherwise, we obviously wouldn't even be interested. But I don't know. I don't know.
It's a tough one. Think? Harry Dem says, glad Rano and Danilo have renewed. The squad depth will make the difference. Yeah, remember, we're going to be playing a lot of football next season, and we might just need some players for Coppa Italia. Or, Danilo D'Ambrosio, I would have been upset if he didn't renew, bro, because I've already said for a good year now, I'm eating my words on this guy. Not every player is supposed to be as fast as Hakimi, as technical as Maicon, or as solid as Bastoni in each of those positions that, D'Ambrosio can play. But how many more times is this guy going to come up clutch for us when we actually need him? I swear to God, man, I need him in my team all the time. He can retire at this club because I still need him with 15 minutes to go, unless we're home and hosed. So I'm really glad he's staying as well. Kolarov, for you, Ricky Buzz, Mr. Buzz, what are you saying about it?
I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, he barely featured. Did he even feature in the second half of the season?
Barely. Second half of the season. I think the last decent / influential thing he did was get Zlatan sent off in the Coppa Italia quarterfinal, bro.
Oh, okay.
And that was worth it, man. He can stay for 1.5 million. That was worth it.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, bro? Are you happy or not really?
I'm a bit indifferent. I mean, if he's barely featuring, he could probably take the left wing back position, or whoever can cover that. I'm interested to see who we might try to bring in at center back, especially for covering for Bastoni when we don't have a left-footed actual pure center back, as opposed to trying to squeeze in Kolarov there.
That's what I would say. If the option is to squeeze in Kolarov as a replacement for Bastoni, I would say that is a horrible decision, man, an absolutely horrible decision. He showed last season that he really, really struggled at that one there. We're going to go off to a different topic that I didn't put in the description because it was interesting. Ari Sudana says, what do you think about the Kessier rumor? Loved it because the Milanisti tears. I was ready to get I was getting my jar ready at the end of last season, and then they went and made the Champions League. Oh man, I just don't want to talk about it. Jono, if Kessier was to come to Inter, that would be a fantastic steal, bro. However, if I'm not mistaken, he's got 1.5 years on his contract left. So it's not like we're going to get him straight away. Or am I wrong about that, bro?
I literally just saw this article just before we come on, and you and I were
chatting before.
He's literally got June next year. His contract expires. Now Milan, he's currently on, let me bring it up again. He's currently on 2.2.
What's he asking for? 6?
He's asking for 6, and Milan have offered him 3. Sorry.
8.
Here we go. 24 years old. Milan have offered him 4. He wants 6. His contract goes June 2022. So, yeah, next June.
So he's actually free to discuss with other clubs as of tomorrow, 2 days. In 2 days' time, he's free to discuss with clubs. Because in your last year of your contract, then it'll be,
Yeah, correct.
Because tomorrow the new contract, after June 30th, the new contract season opens as well. So that would be great if he wants to jump ship to Inter. However, I have a feeling due to the season he had last year, if he's on the market, don't be surprised if a couple of those Spanish teams or a German team come for this guy as well. He's got the physical stature. He could play in the Premier League. From Kessier, could play anywhere. I think it would be the biggest kick in the balls ever if he was to agree a contract with us, but then keep playing his season out with AC. That would just be comedy beyond all belief. Jono, what would you say? Would you take him straight off the bat for sure?
Oh, 100%. Like not only look, it's pretty much like the Chanaloglu deal. One, you weaken your one of your biggest rivals, and two, like, man, he was an absolute baller this year. Like, if we got him, he's only 24 as well, so he's got a heap of time in front of him as well. So yeah, what do you reckon, Buzz? What do you think about Kessier coming if he did?
Oh, that would be immense. That would probably transform our midfield. But I'm just wondering who would go out.
Well, he'd be the more transformed, monstrous version of Gagliardini, bro. That's what you want. He's everything Gagliardini aspires to be in terms of the player he wants to be. He just can't connect brain to physicality. Kessier can do that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just have to see what happens, man. I'm excited, but I'm a little worried about this thing here because I was just reading about it. Like, as we invited Ricky in, I had this article up. Brozovic is probably our biggest starter. That contract is running down quickly. So we got to get that one done. Jono, what do you think, bro? Because he's a player that we can't sell for cheap. He will still fetch us money.
Yeah, he's me personally, I've had a love-hate relationship with Brozo in the sense of, you got to give him credit for what he does for us and that. But, there were times where maybe like 2 years ago, actually even just during the Spalletti times before he absolutely balled it, where he was hot and cold. It was one game every good 3 games or something like that, I thought, and just silly mistakes and silly passes and that type of thing. But in saying that, he's really taken brought a lot of quality back into his game. I don't see us letting him go in just at the moment without a suitable replacement or anything. So I don't see us making a Milan mistake and letting him go for free. That's for sure.
100%. I've had my love-hate relationship ever since I saw him post a selfie up with him buying frozen pizza at the Milan supermarket. I'm like, how do you do that in this city, you idiots? You absolute Balkan idiots. I love it. I love it more than anything, bro. But for me, simply, he's got to renew just because on his day, he really does anchor our midfield, man. And we are going to need him for depth because it's very important to have that sort of versatility in your side this season because, as I mentioned last time, Hakan is not actually – he's coming in to replace Christian Eriksen as a midfield player in the squad, but he's not coming to replace what he does on the pitch. Hakan will be pushed up and Brozovic will drop deeper to that Regista role next season. And if we do need to rest Hakan and we do need to keep, rotating, at the end of the day, Brozovic can still push up and play the same position he played last season. So that's where I'm coming from that position right there. What's up, brother? Uncle Sharma's in the house. Ricky Buzz is the man. Yes, he is the man. So are you, Uncle Sharma. What else is there to discuss, man? Let's go back to the list because there was plenty to talk about. Oh, yeah. Our boys, Barella and Big Rom, lighting up the Euros. Two of the biggest players of the tournament. And guess who goes head-to-head Saturday morning, 5 o'clock, bro? I cannot wait. It's going to be huge. I can't wait to see them shake hands. I can't wait to see them hug. Dai Nico, Dai Rom, they're just beautiful. They're brilliant. And if it's, bro, I've been G'ing up Italy all tournament. I love the Azzurri. But if we go out at the hands of Big Rom, I can't picture a more perfect death in my life, bro. But that's not going to happen at all. Jono, Big Rob, Barella, go head-to-head, 5 a.m. Saturday morning for us. How you feeling, bro, about not only them coming together, but their performances overall at the Euros so far?
The only good thing about being in Sydney and that we're in lockdown is that there is no chance I'm doing anything on Sunday. So I can't wait. Ricky Buzz, we're in complete lockdown at the moment for another week and a half. We're going nowhere, buddy. But man, this is the only thing. I wish this game was later on. I wish this was I wish this could have been the final, or you know what I mean. Like, it would have been so fitting in regards to seeing who's left and all of that. Like, man, these are our two best players in our current squad. It's exactly like you just said, man. It would be a perfect death. I would not care to go down. Oh, of course I'd care, actually. I wouldn't mind to go down to Belgium. But, yeah, look, I'm happy for Rom. I'm happy for Barella. I hope Bastoni gets a bit more time, especially I think he deserves it, man, over Acerbi. I think he could definitely perform a bit better. But, man, how good is the Azzurri going as well at the moment? Like, in the sense, I know the last game we didn't play that great for 50 minutes. But look, you know, we can't win them all. Even though we're on a 30? We're still on a 30 game winning.
31.
31 now. Awesome. Loving that. But I just can't wait for this game as well.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Indra Hari says Barella quite so-so in this Euro. If that is so-so, my so-so friend, why is he not being discussed to be substituted? It's only Locatelli and Verratti that's on the merry-go-round in terms of being subbed off. Barella's name is tattooed into that team, bro, on the ball, off the ball. If he's having a quite so-so game, as I've said on the channel for the last 6 months, it's because he performed like the best midfielder on planet Earth in his first 3 months at Inter, and now he's set his own bar, in my opinion. And I'm going to keep gassing him up, bro, because he is my boy. Bro, Ricky Buzz, Lukaku, Barella, I know you're a big fan of both. Are you looking forward to this game, bro? And the question I'll put out to you more specifically, who do you think will have the better game and who do you think is going to win?
Italy doesn't have any players out. They're injured or suspension.
Raj is also saying that Barella is doubtful, but now I'm thinking he's just backtracking against his own comment. Nah, just kidding, bro. But if Barella's out, that sucks. However, just quietly, Kevin De Bruyne's out, G. And I just read that about an hour ago. Did you know that, John, or am I just breaking your brain right now?
No, I didn't know that. But
shit, yeah. De Bruyne's out. And so Eden Hazard's out for the whole tournament. De Bruyne's out of this game. Yo.
Yeah, wow.
I don't like it, eh? I'm like you, bro. I don't like it.
Look,
I think
sorry, Ricky, you go.
I was going to say, I think Lukaku can show up in this game. He already has experience bullying Acerbi. And then who's the back line? Acerbi, Bonucci, and
it'll be Acerbi, Bonucci, Spinazzola, and probably Di Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's going to have a field day with Acerbi and Bonucci already. So I think out of the two who has a better game, it probably might be Lukaku. I more or less might go for like Italy 2-1. But I can see him probably coming up.
Keep an eye out for Chiellini being announced fit anywhere within 48 hours before kickoff, man. That's what I'm actually hoping out for, bro. Let's go to some comments again. Indra's back. If Mancini plays Acerbi against Lukaku, Acerbi literally in suicide mission. Yeah, we just said that. Nice one. Need Bastoni against Lukaku. Big boy, Ricky Buzz got smacked on FIFA by me.
Dang.
I pressed that comment before I even read it, bro. I got to read the comments from Zil Shams before I put them up. Barella and Pessina in discussion for rotation. Man, I said last time when I saw Pessina warming up on the sidelines, I'm like, shit. Watch him score. And he did, because it always happens in a tournament where you think these players aren't going to do well. Raj says, I'm Dutch, so I'm supporting our cousins, but I would love Italy going through. They have played fantastic till now. Keywords till now, bro. It means very little if we can't get this job done. All right, veering away from the Euros because we've got plenty of time to discuss that later on. An interesting rumor came out today. I reckon it's the biggest blow-ass rumor of the Mercato so far. Coutinho doesn't expect to get many minutes at Barcelona again this season. I remember when he left Liverpool, Jono, Jurgen Klopp said to him, stay here. If you stay here, they'll build a statue of you outside this stadium. Yeah. If you go to any other club that you want to go to that you're talking about, you'll just be another one of them. And that's exactly what happened to him, bro. I reckon he could really benefit from a loan move back to us, and I would support it a million miles. But by signing Hakan, I don't know. Maybe we're just bringing him in for depth. Surely his wage wouldn't be cheap either. What do you think of, in my opinion, the 2% rumor? I'm giving it a 2%, 98% bullshit.
I reckon it's even bloody 1%, man. You're more hoping than that, eh? Nah, look, I'm a fan of Coutinho back in the day when he was with us and when he first went to Liverpool, but he's done nothing since, man. He's been such a letdown, even when he went to Bayern. Was it Bayern he went to? Yeah, it was Bayern.
He went to Barca, then when he went on loan to Bayern, won the Champions League there, not necessarily because of him, and Barca had to pay him for winning the Champions League, even though he didn't win it with them. It was quite comical.
But man, mate, you're hoping. Oh, there are so many other options we could get other than him. Look, if he came, what's he gonna do? Be rotation for Gagliardini? End of the day,
hard. And Vecino, and Sensi as well.
You know what? At least he'll play more than Sensi. We hope that for sure. So that'll be the only look. No, I don't see it.
Daddy says he's good on FIFA 21. Yeah. Many players are, bro.
Thanks, Papa.
Beautiful. Love it, man. Indro Hardy says, well, South American players, most of them prefer to play for Barcelona or Real. Bro, South American players prefer Barca or Real more than anybody. That's when they're born, they say, as long as I can play for one of those teams, I say yes, no matter what. It's the whole reason Lautaro was going to go as well. Trust me, Lautaro Martinez doesn't want to go anywhere else in the world but one of the big two teams in Spain. Maybe Atletico, because now they're on a competitive scale with them. There was a comment here I wanted to bring up. Steffers, who is Belgium. What's up, bro? Kevin De Bruyne isn't out, but I believe you. Trust me. Martinez said there is no damage to his ankle. Martinez wants to cause confusion. No surprises there, bro. Honestly, if you're an Italian fan, you'd be arrogant to think that injury to De Bruyne is 100% confirmed. They'll do everything they can to get him back. Ricky, coming over to you once again right now. Our Mercato is probably going to be a little bit quiet. With Hakimi gone, I wanted to ask your opinion on a potential replacement, man. What are you thinking of the rumors of Hector Bellerin and Zappacosta? I'm not a big fan.
Not a big fan. Zappacosta.
He's not horrible, but as I said it on Culture Connection, Alex Dono's podcast, bro. Hakimi is like a Lamborghini, and if you're going to drop down to Zappacosta, it's like going back to catching the bus. Honestly, man, there's nothing wrong with it in theory, but you can do better, bro. Come on, hustle king. But honestly, Ricky, what do you think?
Hey, if Zappacosta is a bust, then what's Hector Bellerin?
That's a good question, bro. 4 or 5 seasons ago, he was top of Barcelona's wish list, but man has not featured at all. And I read today that the only way he's coming to Inter is on a loan on an option. That should be the only way he goes to Inter, 100%, man. What do you think?
I was actually thinking, suggesting maybe the right back for Dutch, Denzel Dumfries. That was one who, that's one who I was thinking, like, maybe we should try and go for him. I'm not sure.
Bad place for PSV Eindhoven. He's very, very young, bro. I'm pretty sure. 25 still, 24, something like that.
Yeah. So he could be similar to Hakimi, but that's one I suggested. But Bellerin, he doesn't look like he's done much for Arsenal anyways.
He's done nothing.
And Zappacosta, he was good under Conte when he signed him, but even then, still, his time at Roma has been pretty I don't know, really, if he could do anything for us, even under Inzaghi.
He's bombing out for Genoa, bro. So, and Florenzi, I don't think he's coming back either way anyway. So I don't want him anywhere near it either. I love this comment here. Indra Hari, why is no one worried that Honda is still our first choice goalkeeper? Trust me, bro, I'm still worried. I'm never going to get over it, man. Like it's just creeping up in the background to the point where we've just accepted it, that he's going to be here next season. And I'm going to start feasting, bro. There are going to be drop points. I'm not even going to entertain the boys with this conversation. But there will be times that we have to discuss this.
I got something to mention on that.
Oh yeah, bro.
So there was I don't know how much truth there is to that, but apparently we've made an inquiry into the Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana. Yeah, he's currently out because of what was it, a anti-doping violation, and
correct.
He's due back to come back in November. So he's out of contract the end of next year, and there's a chance that we might get him on a free. But that doesn't help what's happening this year. And the look of apparently Radu is going to Spain, more than likely on loan.
Then who's
to that?
That means somebody else has got to be coming in to take the second choice spot.
That's the latest thing I saw yesterday, and it looks like Radu's agreed to personal terms.
With which club in Spain?
I'm going to find it for you right now.
Beautiful. Let's go to a couple more comments while we wait for that. Francesco says, closed as you can be to be Hakimi Halatsari. Yeah, he is closest to Hakimi that we know. Interesting player is Dumfries, but he won't be cheap. I agree. Dutch teams like to make a good profit to keep their youth academy in check and to sign as many youngsters as possible. Indra, just watch. Marotta going to get Kazdop from Roma. Moore's going to sell him. Moore not going to play two attacking fullbacks in a four-man defense. That's 100%, but we'll see if we get that player, man. Harry Dem says Sociedad. Is it Sociedad, Jono?
Yeah, Real Sociedad. Yeah, on loan.
Yeah. Harry Dem says Zappa isn't good enough. Damian is better. Bellerin is not good enough either. ACL injury has made him too slow. He'll get eaten in Serie A. Bro, he's getting eaten in the Premier League. That's why he's not playing. So 100%. If anything, Serie A would actually be more suited to him, but I don't see why that has to come at our expense. Send him to possibly Genoa or a Sampdoria or a Bologna where he can mooch a little bit of a lower paycheck. Let's talk some finances, bro. I've got Jono here. I can't let him go without talking a little bit of financial stuff. Why don't you give the people listening a bit of a lowdown on where you think the club stands, because we know that it's not all black and white in terms of what you get in versus what you can spend. We've got to make a separate section of our boxes of finances tick with the Hakimi sale, but we've got a different section where we can still spend money at the end of the day. What's going on at the moment, man? What's the latest?
Yeah, 100%. So let me get the correct details here. We secured a new bond or loan, 375 million euro for this year from Oaktree Capital. So what that does is that puts off the first loan of what we own for the 275 mil. Now, in saying that, this is a bit of a different thing of how it works. Is so we've got that Oaktree's got the how they've got their share into us, and then we have to pay them back, and we've got all that interest that we need to pay over the 3 years. If we don't, we default, and what's the name? The holding firm take over our club. Exactly what happened to Milan with their Chinese owners previously. So a couple of weeks ago, when this first happened, it was looking pretty grim for us in regards to this all happening and all of that. And I did not see us, like, the only reason why I saw Suning and all that going through this was literally just to buy time and to see what would happen once, post-COVID and all of that, once the stadium opens up, getting more all the ticket revenue back in, merchandise and all that type of stuff, plus pumping all the merchandise at what they should be doing with all the Scudetto 19 and then going off from that.
Yeah.
Now, in saying that, moving forward, that was what I saw then, that there was no way that this was going to be anything other than Suning just buying time. What I understand, and there's this was something that I saw on the a Forbes article the other day, this new loan that we've gathered, we've got a bit more breathing room. That's not as high of an interest rate. And in saying that, we've got a lot more room to move and a lot more breathing space. Now, the other thing is you're getting a loan for a loan, or a bond to pay for a loan, which is, Biggie, good to see you back, bro. Yeah, so we're getting a bond to pay for a loan. So we're borrowing more money against ourselves and we're putting ourselves in more debt. But there is more breathing room in this sense. So again, we're digging ourselves a bigger hole. Are we going to come out of it? I don't know. But Sunny have since had a lot of their retail outlets and that type of thing. China has taken back off them. I think it was maybe 5% of their company taken back off them, back into the government and all of that. So in saying that, they've lost a bit of their buying power and all that type of stuff and a bit of their flex of what they can do. Moving forward, look, man, at the end of the day, your guess is as good as mine, because at the end of the day, we don't know how much longer we're going to be going through this pandemic and so forth, and when things are going to get back to normal, if they're going to get back to normal, or what the new normal will be. So in saying that, like, you know, I think Serie A, when Serie A starts, we're looking at 25% crowds coming back in, and that hopefully we're going to move up from there. But end of the day, like this new strain that's come out and all that type of thing, I don't know if that's hit Europe yet, like it's hit us and so forth. Man, if that gets to Europe and all that, I see what's going to happen, like what's happening to us here at the moment. There might be more shutdowns and all that type of thing. So who knows? Coming back to the finance part, I actually don't know. Everything of what I read, I thought we were going to move forward and be able to push forward and get us a bit more light to where we needed to be. But I just don't see it happening because we just don't know what's there in front of us. We've got a bit more breathing room, but end of the day, it's kind of hoping for the best, and that's the thing. We're just hoping that everything will go back to normal. So I really don't know at the moment.
Sounds like a snake eating itself alive with the whole like using a loan to buy or pay off another one. It's like I have debt, now I'm gonna use this credit card, and then it's a cycle.
They're just really banking on making revenue when this whole pandemic is over, but I just really don't think you should have the patience for that. If it was me personally, I would have sold, but I know nothing about business and economics. So at the end of the day, I think Steven Zhang just really saw a project that he wanted. It was cut short too early for his liking, and he's doing everything he can to try and keep it above water, but it is drowning slowly, in my opinion, and we can only hope for the best. However, it never ever means the end of Inter. It just means more turbulent, uncertain times. The club will still remain intact. As Jono said, it'll be just like what happened with Milan, and after that happened with them, they actually got a little bit better, believe it or not. Ricky Buzz, I'm going to ask you one last question because I want another input from you before we wrap up this edition of Inter Worldwide.
All right.
It looks like Inter needs to make up a little bit more money. If we did have to sell another player that was going to bring in a little bit more of that cash, who's it going to be for you and why, giving a justification for the price tag and everything?
So it could be any player?
Any player, man. Like, for example, be creative. Like, for me personally, if someone's going to offer over 70 million for Lautaro, I take it. I bite it, to be honest. You might say that if someone offers 100 or 110 for Lukaku, you take that. That's fine. I personally wouldn't, not just yet. Maybe you want to sell one of the aging midfielders, someone in the back three. If you could sell someone to make this debt, this whole situation that we've spoken about, just to ease the wound a little bit, who would it be? I can already see Jay Spino from Perth coming in saying Lautaro because he's the asset that can fetch the most. What are you saying?
Love this man and always put out propaganda for him, but honestly, if someone came in with a bid of like 90 mil for Bastoni, I'd say go ahead and sell him.
Whoa, he's untouchable for me, man. How dare you say that? He and Barella, B1 and B2, have to stay here until they're 35 apiece. That's nuts. Jono, I'll throw the same question out to you, bro. Who are you saying?
You know, I'm gonna throw a little bit of a different one, but I could actually go Brozovic or De Vrij.
De Vrij, the age isn't on his side, but he's still so good. Like, none of us will cry if he stays, but if he was to get, say, 40, 50, that would be good.
Because we got him off for free, didn't we?
We got him for free. That's 100% plus Valenza.
Yeah, there you go. So that's 50, right? And that's all debts done this year. Like, we don't have to worry about nothing till next financial year.
Francesco's on your side, bro. Francesco Rosito. He goes, best business would be De Vrij, as we got him for free, but he is a great player. Yeah, bro. I wouldn't be crying if he stays, but once again, I'd understand if he leaves, just as long as we're not selling for something stupid like 25 or even 30. It has to be big bang.
But then in saying that, I'm only throwing a different name out there just to go off what everyone else is. By all means, I don't want him to go.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Stefan says as well, no, the defense is untouchable. I agree, bro. Well, we've got to keep that defense in stock. Harry agrees with you. Sell Brozo, no more arm flapping, bro. Between the arm flapping and the photos and the tats and the crypto, even the teammates said it, bro. This guy's nuts. This guy's like the most nuts guy on the team, but it makes sense if he doesn't renew. And I still think he can get 35, 40, bro, especially from an English club, It's been 45 minutes. That's enough for me for global interactions. I'm going to thank my boy Jono from not that far away, bro. I can almost see you from here. Hey, all good, bro. Thank you for joining us on Inter Worldwide.
No worries, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe, guys. We've got a lot more content coming up with on the channel and all that. So keep up to date. Thanks for having me back, Anth. Always good to be back on, and can't wait to get back on again soon. So, ciao ragazzi.
Ciao. Anytime, my G. And Ricky Buzz, always a pleasure to have you. We'll see you soon on Inter Worldwide. And guys, if you don't know, please subscribe to Ricky Buzz on YouTube and also follow him on Twitter. Thanks, G.
Thank you, and be sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe to Anthony and follow Jono. Is it?
Yeah, Jono. But I don't think he doesn't do the whole personal thing.
I don't do the whole. No.
Oh, okay.
Got enough to worry about. I'm only here for Inter Worldwide. That's my handles. That's it.
My G. All right, yo. From all of us here, Forza Inter, Forza Italia. Ciao, ragazzi.
Ciao.